day, good evening, everyone. Or should I say good morning? All right, just want to make sure I shut that down real quick. So, thought I'd make this special video. I mean, granted, the game's not over yet, because as you already know, if you've been watching, whew, we're down to the wire, folks. We're down to the wire, and well, it's pretty brutal. But of course, this discussion is pertaining to the good ending of Persona 5 Royal. So, yeah, I know it's a little dark in my room. I figured use another light to just lighten things up a little. Give that nighttime feel, because it is nighttime. um, yeah, the ending kind of was. How do I describe this? It's technically the good ending. It's not the true ending, not the one that actually cements the end of the story. Because, of course, questions are left unanswered. So, obviously, as y'all saw, we end up going past the New Year's. All of a sudden, you got this idealized version of reality based on everyone's wishes from what Maruki determined through the counseling sessions over at Shujin Academy with all the Phantom Thieves and a lot of people that went to Shujin and a lot of people even in Tokyo, which goes to say that the guy wasn't just counseling, doing therapy with people in the school, but other people throughout Tokyo. With that said, obviously a lot of things are way off. So number one, the most realistic one and the one that seemed like the least fantasy-ish is Ryuji's. Ryuji's desired reality that happens under Maruki's control. He's in the track team. He's back on the team doing his thing. And as I mentioned in the episode where, and I'll put the link down below, where, you know, he could have still done that with or without Maruki. He could have still just gone ahead and get back on the track team while he's still in school, eventually, take his exams, entrance exams, so he can go to college and still do his thing. That's one thing that he didn't need Maruki for, and yet that's what happened. With An, that also could have been realistic as well. Who's to say that had Maruki not meddled in, Shiho would have still found a way to, regain her courage, be the best in the school she transferred to, and come back to Shujin. Could have still worked out. So those two desired changes of reality and wishes that Maruki fulfilled weren't really wishes that would have required him, really. Where it really stuck out was with Yusuke. Because all of a sudden, his mentor, Madarame, isn't a thief or a cheater. He's actually promoting his tutors, his apprentice's work, and even the work of his mother. So he is completely opposite, to the point where it never happened. Where it was like there was no need for a change of heart, nothing, because in this alternate reality fantasy that Yusuke was living in his head, none of this happened. None of the scandals, none of the plagiarism, none of the tutelage abuse. None of that happened. None of the stealing of his mother's art and duplicating it for his own sake. None of it happened under his watch in this alternate reality. With Haru, that was a doozy. Because in her reality, her dad wasn't a douchebag, didn't end up having a prearranged marriage with a fiance she never liked, and they were running business together towards where he was never a crooked piece of trash. Morgana is a human, which goes to show it was literally a delusion in his mind. Because had he actually been a human, then when he came back after the whole battle with Yaldabaoth, he would have come back as a human. But that's not what happened. He came back as a cat, which is exactly what he is. He's a persona brewed into the Velvet Room in the shape of a walking around cat, Mickey Mouse style. Of course, you got Makoto, you got Sainijima. In reality, Daddy never died. Sister didn't have to hold the horses for both of them and go through the struggle, and they lived like a happy family. Their dad got the acknowledgement of the hero that he was as a cop, and therefore, none of the real struggle. Uh, Sumire kept living on as her sister Kasumi and fulfilled the whole dream. And Akechi doesn't never died and or never faced the brink of death, and him and Joker just buddies, and they never betrayed. There was no betrayal. So out of everyone, again, as I mentioned in the episode when this was happening, the only Phantom Thieves in the end were the original four, which is Joker, Skull, Panther, and Mona. That's it. The rest of the Phantom Thieves would never happen. And the thing is that because of that, the thing is, and here's the reason why I couldn't settle with the ending, is because as you saw this, and then they all gathered together, you see Akechi and Joker looking at the screen like they knew, wait a minute, something's off. And the thing was, even when they're taking that group picture and everyone's walking away, Joker's demeanor had the look of something's not right, something don't feel right. But I'm gonna go with it since this is what everyone wants, and I went with this because this is what makes everyone else happy, even though it may be bullshit. Which is normally the approach I would have gone with maybe a few years ago. I've been like, you know what, this is bullshit. I can't accept it, but you know what? Since this is what makes everyone happy, fuck my opinion. This is what y'all want? Fine. Comete la mierda. Deal with it. Fine. Let yourself live in your fantasy life. Go ahead. That's fine. But now looking, it's like, you know what? No, 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 no. Not only that, the biggest unanswered question is the motive behind Maruki doing this. What led to him, first of all, having this ability to alter reality on like some Scarlet Witch status, from from the Avengers West Coast and X-Men. Like the dude literally has the ability to alter reality and the cognitive world. It's like, how, Sway? Again, an answer that is left up in the air when you accept this good ending. Which is why, of course, I kind of did it the way I did it for you guys when I did that episode was kind of this thing of like, I'm going to choose this, and it's more of a glimpse of that reality. And of course, Joker, upon realizing this is bullshit, it's kind of like a rewind where he's like, you know what? This is what reality is going to be? Fuck you, Maruki. No, 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 no. This ain't right. And I know it's not right. And I'd be doing a disservice to my friends by accepting this reality you want to shove down my throat. And hence the Willow Rebellion, and hence, now the story goes on in my live streams. That's just how it is now. Which is a good thing because as you will see towards the rest of me streaming the story, you're going to see that there is a lot more to Maruki than what we know. And a lot of it is like, damn, you will sympathize with him to a degree, but at the same time, it's like, nah, man, that just ain't right. And of course, I'm not going to spoil the ending. Unless you guys have already seen the ending, the true ending already, then I don't know what to tell you. But those of you who are actually hanging on to me to watch this and stuff, hang tight. I assure you it will definitely be worth it. The revelations that happen definitely really hit home a little bit to me. I mean, the passing of Kasumi, that hit me pretty hard too, because it's like, yo, like that girl was barely 14. Didn't even get to live her full dream. That was rough. And the fact that Sumire felt responsible. It's like, damn. Like, that's years of therapy. And I'm not even joking about it. Like, that's just serious right there. So anyway, thought I'd break that down a little bit for you. Um, well, and then that's that. Anyway, those of you watching, thank you for tuning in. I will probably stream a little bit in a little bit just to, you know, get some of that gas out. No pun intended. So anyway, I'll see you guys. You have yourself a stupendous morning.